Recently inducted Senator John Fetterman has apparently checked himself into Walter Reed Hospital for treatment related to clinical depression. And this has generated a lot of thoughts, a lot of reaction. Many people praising the senator for being willing to be public about this struggle, as well as actually getting treatment for it. Although, of course, some have been a little bit less gracious in their response. First, here is a bit of the announcement. Last night, Senator John Fetterman checked himself into Walter Reed National Military Medical Center to receive treatment for clinical depression. While he has experienced depression off and on throughout his life, it only became severe in recent weeks. The doctors at Walter Reed told us that John is getting the care he needs and will soon be back to himself. So that is good news, and obviously, we wish the best to the senator's family and friends and all of that. Remember that just recently, following the State of the Union, John Fetterman was admitted to the hospital, spent a night there. He was feeling lightheaded apparently following the event, but it was said that it was not related or did not believe to be related to another stroke. So it is not common in America for pretty much anyone, certainly a prominent person, to talk about either their mental health struggles, how they're currently feeling, what they're doing to treat any concerns that they might have. So to see a senator being willing to do that, especially someone who has so recently been attacked constantly for their health, for their mind, the state of their mind, whether they might be being controlled by software, insane conspiracy theories, it is admirable and brave of him to do that. And thankfully, some people are acknowledging that. Richie Torres tweeted, "I admire John Fetterman for openly seeking treatment. Back in 2010, I was hospitalized for depression. I would not be alive, let alone in Congress, were it not for mental health care. Millions of Americans are rooting for you, Senator." And we have to give credit where credit is very rarely due. Ted Cruz tweeting, "Heidi and I are lifting John up in prayer. Mental illness is real and serious, and I hope he gets the care he needs. Regardless of which side of the political aisle you're on, please respect his family's request for privacy." So that is good to see. I would love to see more people talking about this. And the fact that some are praising him and then talking about their own struggles, I mean, that this creates a moment that I think can be good for a country that has always struggled with stigma around mental health. Brett, what do you think?
Right, and Ted Cruz is one of those examples of people on the right who may not have ever had any way to empathize with anyone unless they went through it themselves. His family's been through that, and it's not easy. It's very difficult. It's so difficult, in fact, that you seek medical attention for it, and that's okay. And it's mysterious. I get it. The joke, I guess I could do is, this is a real attack on white Anglo-Saxon Protestant values that are really the underpinning of America, where you're supposed to just sit with your problems, stew over them, and then die. And now that people are communicating, it really is, as Jesse Waters says, a war on white people to actually share your feelings with other folks. I'm not familiar with it, but I understand it is the future.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna be honest. I considered looking to see what the
baddies,
the baddies had to say about this. Not
Didn't
today,
care.
Satan. No, I'm not gonna do it. I already had to come across one that was from one of the more prominent people, and we're gonna get to that in a sec. But no, right now, I think this should be about, like, lots of people struggle with this. By the way, lots of people also struggle with it and have a very hard time getting the help that they need because of the fact that mental health is not prioritized even for a lot of people who have health insurance, and a lot of people don't have health insurance at all. So this is a multi-layered problem. Perhaps coming out of this, John Fetterman can be, one of the leaders in not just normalizing it, removing the stigma, although that would be great, but also finding some way federally to help other people who are dealing with the same thing to get the help that they need and potentially save some lives in the process.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.